One of the hardest problems with agentic coding is how we reproduce their work in different projects, since most of the coding agents are stateless, meaning they can't remember what they did previously. So today, I'll show you how you can rebuild the entire ChatGPT style web application using Claude Code 2.0 and Sonnet 4.5, powered by Byterover as a memory layer so your coding agent never forgets. Sonnet just released Claude Sonnet 2.5 a few days ago, and it's being praised as the best coding model in the market right now. As you can see that it absolutely crushes all the coding benchmarks. So in today's video, we're going to use this model plus Claude Code 2.0 to test our project. Let's get our hands dirty by re-implementing ChatGPT web app using Claude Code with Sonnet 4.5. And of course, this is much more feasible with Byterover. As we can see here, I've been curating a lot of detailed memories for this project. And if you guys wonder what I use to create these memories, I use Claude Code 2.0 to create these detailed and comprehensive memories. One of the best features of Claude Code 2.0 is its ability to call many tools all at once. As you can see here, it calls over 10 tools in just one tag, and it creates over 10 memories simultaneously. We will use these memories to guide Claude Code to rebuild ChatGPT. As you can see here, it has very detailed technical implementations, and Claude Code will use these memories to help itself build a functional ChatGPT web application. I know you guys are probably asking, why do we need these memories? Why we can add all of these docs inside of Claude Code inherent memory, which is Claude.md, as I show you here. But the problem is very simple. As you can see that I just opened a new Claude Code section, and it already tells me that the memory is too big for Claude Code's context window. And you can see that the memory files alone take up over 10% of the entire context window. But the context window is finite, so there's one critical shortcoming of Claude Code memory, which is it is static. It's going to be there inside of your context window, whether you want it or not. And as you know that you risk losing your context space and losing your concentration on the task and diluting your section with these unrelated documentations. So how is Byterover going to solve that? So as you know that Byterover is a memory layer for coding agents, but it's not going to be inside of your context window all the time. We interact with Byterover through MCP. As you can see that Claude Code has already connected to Byterover MCP server, and we're going to retrieve and store memories through two tools from Byterover MCP server. So it's a dynamic memory layer. It's not going to be there. As you can see that when I hit /context, the context window is clear. We don't store all of your memories inside of your context window. It is stored in our memory layer. So I'm just going to tell it to implement ChatGPT web app using Byterover memory without specifying any details because I already store all of the detail of the documentations inside of Byterover. What I'm going to do here is tell Claude Code to retrieve the plan step by step what we have been stored inside of Byterover. And I'm just going to leave it here after it's done. So Claude Code has implemented some of the first few steps in our plan. It generates a requirement file and it generates the README file for our project. So it's going to take a while before we can try out our ChatGPT web app. Okay, I think Claude Code has done its job, but of course we have to do some testing to make sure that this app works. But I want to make sure that we don't run out of context. So as you can see that after we're done with this implementation, we're still left with over 25% of the context window. So as I said earlier, with our Byterover memory layer, we save a lot of context for your coding sections. So the last thing that I have to do is, do some testing, and I will show you the demo when I've done all my tests. I think there are some debugging steps that we have to do before launching the app. I think it's going to be fine. Just let Claude Code does its job. Okay, I think it's done now. Now let's launch the website. So as you can see that it looks very familiar with the ChatGPT website that we all know. Now I can chat with it just like what we do with ChatGPT. I can also upload files. Now I can upload like the README files and tell it to summarize the content. So it works pretty good for now. I can add more functionalities like MCP connections, or maybe add different modes like deep thinking modes or deep research modes into our very simplified demo. But the most important part is that I want to show you here is when we hit /context again. So I still have 25% of our context window. For now, I can build other functionalities for my ChatGPT web app, or I can go on Byterover website and build new memories for my new functionalities. So it's very flexible, it's very efficient with Byterover memory. You don't have to add all of the documentation into Claude.md. Byterover is already taking care of that for you. So yes, we can rebuild ChatGPT's functionalities with Claude Sonnet 4.5 and Claude Code 2.0, but if you want to take it to another level using a truly dynamic memory system, we gotta use Byterover, because static memory like Claude.md does not serve well for you because it's going to be inside of your context window, doesn't matter you want it or not. So please try out Byterover and let us know how it works for your team.